Namaskar everyone, I am Dr. Ankita Kumar. Today we are going to talk about Har Ghar Tiranga and what message it is trying to convey to the people of Bharat under this campaign. We will also highlight the sacrifices made by the people for the sake of the national flag. Flag symbolized pride for every Indian and also motivated the people for the nation to strive towards a single goal of independence. A flag stands as the identity of a nation. It is not restricted to any particular community or any organization. The Indian context of flag was very different. It was more based on civilization, and different kings used different symbols on the saffron color because the saffron color was a symbol of valor, sacrifice, and dedication. Whereas the European context of flag is more based on rectangular shape and it symbolizes identity with the use of multiple color. Flags have held a particular position in history as a sign of unity and protection from the beginning of a civilization. Flag has long been associated with Indian culture as a representation of honor and dharma. First, we should understand that what is Har Ghar Tiranga and why it is so important. Under the Har Ghar Tiranga campaign, Government of India is trying to encourage people to bring the Tiranga home and to hoist it to mark the 75th year of India's independence. Our relationship with the flag has always been very formal and institutional than personal. Under the Har Ghar Tiranga campaign, the act of bringing Tiranga home will bring a personal connection with it and it will invoke the feeling of patriotism in the hearts of the people. Under this initiative will also promote awareness about the Indian national flag. Under the Har Ghar Tiranga campaign, we should understand that the flag represents not only a vision for the future, but also the principles and ideals of a great and distinguished history. Through Har Ghar Tiranga campaign, we are also paying tribute to the brave hearts who have laid down their lives in order to protect the dignity and honor of a flag. When we are talking about the sacrifices made for the flag, there are many scintillating episodes from the entire struggle for Swaraj. Let us discuss few of them. Following Gandhiji's call for Quit India movement or Karenge ya Marenge, which is also known as Do or Die in 1942, Pushpalata Das, along with her husband Amya Kumar Das, had organized the Satyagrahis into two squads by the name of Mrityu Vahini and Shanti Vahini across Darang district in Assam. The sole purpose of Mrityu Vahini was to lay down their lives for the sake of the nation. There was massive participation of women in this movement. It was planned to show the defiance against the British rule by staging peaceful processions and hoisting the national flag atop the police stations on 20th September 1942 in Gohpur, Dhekiyajuli, Bihali and Sutia. The worst instance of police violence can be seen in these areas. Around 1 p.m., the unarmed processionists reached in front of the Dhekiyajuli police station and awaited for the direction of their leaders. There was an argument between their leader Kamalakant Das and the officer in charge of the police station Mahidar Bora. The leader of the agitation asked the followers to go ahead. The police got ready with guns, lathis, bayonet to control the mob and started firing indiscriminately at the crowd. At the same time in the police station firing, Manabar Nath fell down. Golok Neog came forward to keep the flag flying, and when the police targeted to fire on him, his mother Kumli Devi came forward to face the bullet and laid down her life. Chandranath came ahead at the scene and fell down after he was hit by the bullet. Immediately looking at the bloodshed, Tiliswari Barua, merely 12 years old, took the flag in her hand and chanted Vande Mataram, led the team of freedom fighters, and one after another they fell on the ground. Tiliswari Barua was merely 12 years old. Later on, after all the bloodshed, they were able to bring down the Union Jack and hoist the national flag. On the same day, a similar procession was planned in Gohapur too. Kanaklata Barua, a 17-year-old girl, was greatly inspired by Pushpalata Das and by the poems and songs of Jyoti Prasad Agrawal. Kanaklata earlier had aspired to join the Azad Hind Fauj, but her entry was denied because she was a minor at that time. But that did not deter her from participating in the movement for Swaraj. She joined Mrityu Vahini's court and offered to lead the procession from the front. Kanaklata was aware that the death was inevitable. After her mother had passed away at a very young age, she was actually looking after her siblings at home. On the morning of 20th September 1942, as usual, she got up in the morning and did her daily chores. Kanaklata prepared food for her siblings and they all ate together. But before leaving for the procession, she told her siblings that she might not return home. The Mrityu Bahini members proceeded towards the police station under the leadership of Kanaklata Barua. Kanaklata Barua was holding the national flag as the leader of the group and led the procession. Undeterred, the procession continued marching ahead. The police fired at the continuing march. They fired at Kanaklata Barua, injuring her. She kept on holding the flag till the time her companion Mukunda Kakati took it from her. Kanaklata Barua succumbed to her injury. She attained martyrdom. In Nagaon, a similar procession was planned to protest against the atrocities of the police in that area. Berhampur office of the Indian National Congress had been seized by the British authorities. In September 1942, the revolutionary took back the control of the office and decided to celebrate their feat with a feast. This, however, did not go well with the authorities, who sent military forces under Captain Finch to take revenge. The joyous atmosphere of the feast soon turned grim and the echo of Vande Mataram spread all throughout the area. Bogeshwari Fukanani, along with Ratanmala, led the mob. Who was Bogeshwari Fukanani? Bogeshwari Fukanani was a 60-year-old woman in Berhampur area of Assam's Nagaon district. Fukanani actively participated in the local protests against the British authorities as well as in women organizations in the area. She even encouraged her children to participate in the freedom movement. On 20th September, the procession started as per the plan to hoist the flag on the Nagaon police station. Bogeshwari Fukanani was leading the mob. As soon as they reached the police station, they were confronted by Captain Finch. He snatched the flag from Ratanmala's hand, who fell down on the ground. Furious by the disrespect to the national flag, Fukanani snatched the flag from his hand and hit his head with the pole of the flag. Enraged by her actions, Captain Finch pulled out his revolver and fired at Bogeshwari Fukanani, who fell down and succumbed to her injuries and later died the very same day, that is on 20th September 1942. Let us talk about a very similar incident that was seen in Siwan, district of Bihar. On 12th August 1942, Tara Rani Srivastav and her husband Phulendu Babu organized a march to raise the national flag in front of the Siwan police station. Phulendu Babu was shot by the police while leading the march. Tara Rani bandaged her husband's wound with strips of cloth torn from her sari and continued her march to the police station, where she attempted to hoist the flag. On her return, she discovered that her husband had died of his injuries. When we are entering into Amrit Kal, this is the time that we should acknowledge their supreme sacrifice for the dignity of their flag, which will not only be the apt tribute for these martyrs, but also it will instill the sentiments of patriotism amongst us. Thank you, Vande Mataram. Wishing all of you a very happy 75th Independence Day. Please like and share our videos and subscribe to our channel.